As we age, it's a fact that we can lose 1 to 2% of our muscle mass every year after 50, if we're not proactive. This is called sarcopenia, and it's why getting out of a chair feels harder, and our balance feels less steady. But the myth that this muscle loss is permanent is a flat-out lie. You can stop and even reverse this process right from your living room. In this video, I'll show you 5 specific, safe exercises that rebuild the essential muscles for strength and independence. If you're ready to get stronger, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now, clear a little space, grab a solid chair, and let's get to work. The pre-workout, essential, safety, and mindset. Before we dive into the first exercise, let's go over the most important rule of the game: safety. We're here to build our bodies up, not get injured. And the key to that is moving slowly and with total control. Always remember, quality over quantity. 5 perfect deliberate reps will do more for you than 20 sloppy rushed ones. As we go through each exercise, I want you to lock in on 2 things. First, keep your core engaged. A simple way to do this is to gently pull your belly button in toward your spine. This acts like a natural weightlifting belt, protecting your back and giving you a stable base for every single move. Second, breathe. Don't hold your breath. A good rule of thumb is to exhale during the hard part, the exertion, and inhale during the easier part. And finally, listen to your body. If something causes sharp pain, stop. That's a warning sign. Feeling your muscles get tired is good. That's the feeling of them getting stronger, but pain is not the goal. It is never too late to get started, and starting smart is the best way to guarantee you'll stick with it. Alright, you ready for our first exercise? I consider this one the absolute foundation of functional independence. Exercise Heishon, the chair squat, sit to stand. First up is the chair squat, also known as the sit to stand. This might be the single most important exercise for staying independent, because it strengthens the exact times muscles you use every time you get out of a chair, climb out of a car, or get up from the toilet. It hits your quads, the big muscles on the front of your thighs, your glutes, and your core. Here's the game plan. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, and please no chairs with wheels. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward, or just slightly out, whatever feels best on your hips. Now, keeping your chest up and back straight, start the movement by pushing your hips back, like you're about to sit down. Lower yourself slowly, total control here, until you just barely tap the seat. The second you touch it, without crashing down, I want you to drive through your heels and power right back up to standing. Squeeze your glutes at the very top. That's 1 rep. Let's talk form. A classic mistake is letting your knees cave inward. A great trick is to imagine you have headlights on your kneecaps. Keep those beams pointing straight ahead. Also, try not to let your chest fall forward. Picking a spot on the wall in front of you and keeping your eyes on it really helps. What if it's too hard? If you can't stand up without using your hands just yet, that's completely okay. You can cross your arms over your chest to take away the temptation. Or, if you need some help, place your hands on the chair's armrests or your thighs, and give yourself a gentle push. The goal is to rely on them less and less over time. How many? Let's aim for 1 set of 8 to 12 reps. Remember, slow and controlled. Think a 3-second count on the way down, a light touch, and a powerful push-up. When that gets easier, you can work up to 2 or 3 sets. Exercise #2, the glute bridge. Okay, on to exercise number 2. This one is all about building up the engine of your body, your glutes. It's called the glute bridge. Strong glutes are non-negotiable for a powerful walk, a healthy lower back, and good posture. In fact, a lot of people with nagging low back pain find that strengthening their glutes brings amazing relief. For this one, you'll need to be on the floor. If getting down to and up from the floor is a real challenge, you can absolutely do this on a firm bed. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Your heels should be close enough that you can just about touch them with your fingertips. Rest your arms by your sides, with your palms down for a bit of stability. Take a breath. As you breathe out, tighten your core, and then drive through your heels to lift your hips toward the ceiling. At the top, You want a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Now, squeeze your glutes like you mean it. Really focus on that squeeze. Hold for a beat, and then slowly lower yourself back down, one vertebra at a time. A big mistake here is overarching the low back. You want the work happening in your glutes, not your spine. Keeping that core tight is your insurance policy. A good cue is to think about tilting your pelvis to flatten your lower back against the floor right before you lift. This move is fantastic because it's so low impact, but wakes up muscles that get sleepy from sitting too much. What if it's too hard? If a full lift is too much right now, just start smaller. Lift your hips only a few inches, hold for that squeeze, and lower back down. The most important thing is that you feel those glutes working. How many? Like the squats, aim for one set of 8 to 12 reps. Focus on that slow, controlled movement and the hard squeeze at the top. You can build up to 2 or 3 sets as you get stronger. Exercise #3. Standing marches. Awesome work so far. Okay, our third exercise is the standing march. It looks simple, but don't be fooled. This move is a powerhouse for improving your balance, strengthening your hip flexors, and improving the coordination you need to walk with confidence. And better balance means a lower risk of falling. Period. Stand up tall next to a wall or behind a sturdy chair you can hold for support. Posture is everything here. Pull your shoulders back and down, and brace your core. Now, plant your weight on one leg. With control, lift the opposite knee up towards your chest, like you're marching in super slow motion. Try to bring your thigh parallel to the floor, but only go as high as you can without losing your balance or leaning back. Hold it for a second at the top, feeling your core and hip working. Then, slowly lower that foot back to the ground. Now do the other side. That's 1 rep. The key here is to fight the urge to use momentum. This is a strength move, not a swing. Imagine your leg is moving through thick mud. That's the feeling of control we're after. What if it's too hard? If lifting the knee high is a no-go, just start smaller. Lifting your foot just a few inches is still a great start. Just standing on one leg, even for a second, is a fantastic balance drill. Use that chair or wall for support as much as you need. Safety first. How many? Aim for one set of 8 to 10 marches on each leg. As you feel more stable, you can challenge yourself by holding the knee up for 2 or 3 seconds, or even by trying to let go of your support for just a moment. Exercise #4. SD. Wall push-ups. We've hit the lower body and core hard, but upper body strength is just as critical for everyday life. Pushing a heavy door, carrying in all the groceries in one trip, or importantly being able to push yourself up from the floor. Our fourth exercise, the wall push-up, is a brilliant way to build strength in your chest, shoulders, and arms without hammering your joints. Stand facing a clear, solid wall, about arm's length away. Place your hands flat on the wall, a little wider than your shoulders and right at shoulder height. Your body should be in a straight plank from your head to your heels. Don't let your butt sag back or stick out. Tighten that core. Now, slowly bend your elbows and lower your chest toward the wall. Go as far as you can comfortably, and then push powerfully back to the start. Don't lock your elbows out completely at the top. Keep a little bend to protect them. The most common mistake? Letting your shoulders creep up to your ears. Keep those shoulder blades pulled down and back. As you bend your arms, think about pointing your elbows slightly down toward the floor, not flared way out to the sides. Exercise 5. Calf raises. And here we are, at our fifth and final exercise, the calf raise. This is one of the most overlooked movements, but it's absolutely essential for ankle stability and to propel you forward when you walk. Stand tall behind your sturdy chair, holding on lightly for balance. Your feet should be about hip-width apart. Slowly, press through the balls of your feet and lift your heels as high as you can. Think of a string pulling the top of your head straight up to the ceiling. Remember, building muscle after 60, 70, or 80 isn't just possible, it's one of the best things you can do for your health and your quality of life. This isn't about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about having the strength to play with your grandkids, carry your own groceries, and live your life without being afraid of falling. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, it genuinely helps the channel. And make sure you click subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for showing up and putting in the work with me today. I'll see you in the next video.